What's up, guys? This is John from JohnMcNeil.com, and I am super excited today because we have a special guest on the program. He has been featured in magazines like Forbes, Inc., Entrepreneur. He's been on the news on Fox, NBC, ABC. He is a master affiliate marketer. God, ladies and gentlemen, we have John Crestani on the program today. Thank you, sir, for coming on the program today.
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Now, John,
John Crestani from johncrestani.com here.
absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining the program today. So, you are a prominent figure in the affiliate marketing, internet marketing, field space. And so, for just people that may be just getting started or just starting out, could you tell them a little bit about yourself and like how you got started with affiliate marketing?
Sure. Love your personal branding, by the way, man.
Thank you,
I
sir.
like what you're doing. Tell the people about how I got started, or how they can start, or what
About how you got started.
how I got started.
Yeah.
Okay, I got started. I got started back in college. Actually, I had I had inherited $5,000. Sorry, I'd inherited $10,000,
Okay.
and I used five of that on day trading, and I used five of that to go to Thailand and travel around for a few months.
Okay.
Um, Lost 5,000.
On the day
lost the
trading.
other Lost the other 5,000 traveling, but I brought along a bunch of books with me um, to teach me. Just I was kind of like I was kind of at that point in my life where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what my path was. I knew that I wanted to be involved in stuff important. I knew I wanted to make a lot of money and live life on my own terms, but I didn't know how to do that. And I didn't have any path. But what I did know was that, or I had this feeling in me, that college and the corporate rat race was not going to get me there, or at least
Right.
it wasn't going to get me there on my own terms.
Right.
I think a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people who feel the same way. So I read this book called The 4 Hour Workweek, and it was crazy because it talks about these people traveling around the world and building. This guy's traveling the world, building skills. He has an online business that makes him a bunch of money, just kind of passive, and he was just able to do kind of whatever he wanted. And there's hundreds of other people whose stories or snippets he shows that are doing the same thing. And I was like, what? That's what I want to do, man. That's
Right.
what I want to do. But the thing was, at this point, I didn't have any money. When I got back from Thailand, I didn't have any money to do it.
Right.
I didn't have the opportunity to just start businesses and fail,
Right.
because I didn't have that I did have a little money, but I ended up losing it all.
Yeah.
So I just didn't have that ability to afford to lose money on things
Right.
or take lots of time. And
Which
I
is
ended up
kind of
working a
like
job.
which is kind of like the case of a lot of people starting out. They don't have a lot of capital to start their online business. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
good.
I mean, fortunately for me, I didn't have any dependents. I didn't have like a sickly grandmother or to take care. I didn't have like kids at the time. So really, I had time to dedicate to this, though.
Mm.
The most important thing was I had time to I didn't have money to dedicate. I had time to dedicate to it. And the thing is, people will say, oh, I know some people watching this might say, oh, John's white, he might have white privilege. That's how he was able to become a millionaire. No, I'm serious. I get this all the time. But on the internet, nobody fucking cares
Right.
where you're from or any of that stuff. On
Right.
the internet, Pete,
Yeah.
you're all anonymous.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out a way to I didn't have any connections, no money. And what I ended up doing was I couldn't start any businesses for a little bit. I went to work for a marketing agency, and I was able to build skills on the job. I started learning about Google AdWords. I got good at Google AdWords. I became really good at Google AdWords, and I spent 2 or 3 years working a job. Yeah, 3 years working a job. Got really good at my job. Moved my way up. I was making 6,000 a month, 6,000 a month
Yeah.
at my job before I became a full-time affiliate marketer. I was making about $25,000 a month on the side when I quit my job. I was really nervous, but I built up a $25,000 income per month on the side before I ever quit my job.
And was
And
that doing pay-per-click for businesses?
I was doing, so what I did was I did pay-per-click for a gold company.
Okay.
I'd been to Tony, I'd been taken, I'll go through stuff. I had been taken on clients for $500 to $1,000 a month to manage their pay-per-click advertising on the side. And I'd been getting them through Upwork. I kept sending out templates through Upwork and Odesk and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Elance, it was called Elance at the time. And I got a few clients, but I noticed, every time, if you get between 5 to 10 clients, you start getting too many clients to service. So I had all these clients, and I was like, sweet, I'm making an extra $5,000 a month. But then I didn't have any time to find new clients. And after a few months, the old clients would leave, because it's all based on your time, right? It's all based on, and there's a limited amount of time. So I could never get beyond this. I could never really fully replace my income I was making at work, which was $6,000 a month. And also I could never fully, I never felt stable, because I knew I was losing clients, getting clients. I was just in this, it was a different rat race. It was what I call the freelancer, the consulting rat race. Yeah. And it was, instead of working for one boss, I was working for 10. So I went to this Tony Robbins event, and he's like, I'm a really big believer in going to events that make shit real. Like, people could watch YouTube videos all day long, and they could get a million different people's opinions, but it isn't real until you start meeting people that are like, for me, I'm like, how do people make 10 million a month? Like that's, I'm like, who are these guys making 10, 50 million a month? And for me, I'm surrounding myself, I'm making 6 figures a month. And for me, surrounding myself with people making 7, 8 figures a month, that's, I don't know, it makes it real for me. So I went to Tony Robbins' event, and I saw all these people doing this stuff, and it really pumped me up. And what I decided when I come back is, fuck getting clients for $500 to $1,000 a month. I'm worth way more than that. So I said I was going to pitch. All I need to do is find one client that pays me $10,000 a month, and I'm quitting my job. And to find those clients that would pay me $5,000, $10,000 a month, I mean, I had to go to different areas. I had to look in different places, and like clubs or fancy hotels or whatever, shit like that, where rich people hang out. And I found in the next 6 weeks, I came across 3 of those people that I pitched 3 people. I got 2 deals for $10,000 a month. But what really happened was, one of those clients, he was a gold investment company. They talk to older folk who have their older Republicans, think like people who listen to Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh and listen to Fox News. And they're scared about the economy. And at the time, Obama was president. And what these gold companies were saying was, hold up, don't trust the Democrat stock market shit. They're like, put your money into precious metals and assets. We can help you protect your money from the evil Democratic controlled stock market shenanigans by putting it into gold and palladium and platinum and silver. And so the guy said, get me more leads for my company. Find me more conservatives that are interested in protecting their money to that want to do business with me. And he said, I'll pay you $10,000. I'll pay you $10,000 a month to manage my Google ads. He's like, but I'm also going to pay you 3%. In addition to that, I'm going to pay you. Sorry, he said $10,000 a month, or I'm going to pay you 3% of revenue generated by customers you send,
Okay.
whichever is greater. And I said, okay, whatever. I was like, 3% is nothing. Like, whatever.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, this $10,000 a month sounds
10,000, yeah.
cool. Yeah, I was like, I'm like 23 at the time. I'm like, okay,
Right.
sweet. Like,
Right.
I got $5,000 worth of clients. I got two $10,000 a month deals. I'm like,
You're good to go.
cool. I'm quitting my job, whatever. What happened though, what was really surprising was the second month I was working with this company, right? I'm like quitting my job. I'm like doing my hustle thing. That $10,000, that 3%, I got a call from this guy named Tyler, and he's like, dude, you're crushing it. Dude, we just closed like $400,000 deal. Like, dude,
Wow.
Awesome. Whatever
Okay.
you're doing, like, keep doing it. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude.
How
Like
much?
my accountant's been trying to reach you. You're owed $25,000 for this month. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, your leads closed over $800,000 of deals closed off of your stuff. I was like, what? I was like, what? So like the second month I had quit my job, I went from making like 6,000 like 40,000 because I got those other clients.
That's
and
amazing. Yeah.
this gold investment deal was 25. That 25,000 would end up becoming 50, and that 50 would end up becoming $75,000 a month. And what I realized that model was called is it's called affiliate marketing.
Right.
And basically, I'm a commission-only salesperson on the internet, or commission-only marketer. And that's when I said, well, shit, like, fuck going after a bunch of deals. I just need to, like, be really, I need to be good and just at one.
Right. Right.
And that's everything after that is.
Gotcha. So you had a skill set in terms of like Google AdWords and pay-per-click. Now,
Yes.
a lot of people that are on my channel now, they don't have that same skill set. They don't know how to do pay-per-click. They're just kind of starting out. So for somebody starting out, like a newbie, fresh out, what would you suggest, in terms of them getting started with affiliate marketing or just an internet marketing business so they can start making that initial, seed money?
Sure. No, and that's perfect. I mean, obviously, I was like what I call Chinese bamboo. Chinese bamboo. You learn a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people here have learned a lot, but you learn a lot. And Chinese bamboo grows for 10 years underneath the soil, and in the 11th year, it will shoot up 100 feet. So no, for people just getting started, do you want to share screens?
Sure.
I could show people.
Absolutely. We love it.
Okay. So let me see if I can show.
You got to give us the good stuff, John.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, so the first place to start is you want to start promoting products on a commission-only basis. That's the first thing. And I recommend everybody join this company called ClickBank. It's free. It's free to sign up. And basically, you can find tons of products that are you can find tons of products to promote on a commission-only basis. So what I suggest people do is they go to ClickBank, they sign up, they go to the marketplace here. See, and if I just click search here, you'll see there's like over 4,000 different products people can promote on a commission-only basis, meaning they're going to get paid if they get sales. So what I suggest people do is they set that gravity. I say they set it high, they set it at least above 50 or something, and they find products that they might be interested in, niches that speak to them.
Right.
So that's on the product side. You can see, hundreds of people are making commissions selling this product daily. That means 235 people are selling at least one of these, this numerologist, this astrology sign thing per day.
Right.
Okay, so for one thing is you need a product. The second thing is you need people to be talking to.
Right.
Everybody can have people to talk to, but I highly suggest people figure out what are a couple things they they resonate with. What are a couple product categories they resonate with? For total beginners,
Yeah.
I recommend people start a YouTube channel and a blog.
Okay.
For people that are going in a little more that are a little more experienced, I recommend they actually start with paid advertising. I actually teach a course on paid advertising. I'm not going to talk too much about paid advertising right now because I mean I'm a huge believer in it, but it's
Right.
something I believe you need to know some of the basics of how to do Facebook ads and stuff. Again,
Absolutely.
but for straight out of the freaking thing, start a YouTube channel. Start talking to people. Start talking to people about maybe it's video games, aliens, and communism, or whatever those things are. Have a couple things which are meaningful to you. Like if you look at my YouTube channel, and YouTube makes me hundreds of thousands of dollars per year just to it's not my main source of income, but it makes me hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. And I just use my camera phone, man. Like I don't do anything fancy.
Right.
Here's my channel, and I have 62,000 subscribers. I have a friend who has less subscribers than me. He's making $4 million a year off of 50,000 subscribers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so the sky's the limit. I mean, YouTube is an unbelievable traffic source. For me, you kind of see it. I talk about internet marketing. I talk about traveling, and I just kind of like extreme like sports and like extreme activities. Just like helicoptering, racing. All that sort of stuff, skiing, etc. So it's like travel, adventure, internet marketing. Right. But for whatever those topics are for somebody else, I'll stop sharing my screen. That's what I suggest they do, but you have to get in a habit. To make money, you have to sell shit.
Right.
Okay? To make money, you have to sell shit. And you can be selling shit a couple ways. You can be knocking on doors and talking to people in person or trying to do meetings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You could be ringing the phone. You could be calling people up and saying, hey, you know what? Do you want to buy life insurance? Like whatever. Or you could be using the internet. But the internet is our tool. The internet is our tool to reach people, to influence them, and, to educate people, to connect with people. People have got to use it like that. Don't just go on Facebook. If you're a consumer, if you're going on Facebook, you're looking and you're liking shit, you're just a consumer. You're sucked in. You're being played.
Right.
You're being played all day long.
Yeah.
You're using Instagram, you're being played. You're using YouTube. No offense, guys. You're being, if they're watching this on there, you're being played.
Yeah.
You're being played. What you need to do is use these things as tools
Right.
to reach other people. If you want, flip it. Right. These are your tools to reach other people and to make money.
Yeah.
So stop being tooled by the tech companies. They want your attention. They're making money off your attention. Don't let it do that. Flip it. I don't use Facebook. I don't have it on my phone. I only use it to post ads and make money.
Right.
That's it. So don't be played.
That sounds good. So, exactly. So just starting out, you create an audience and you take that audience and you match it up with a high converting product. It's kind of like what I hear you say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Exactly. So if I'm talking about astrology and I'm talking about signs and stuff like that, I might promote numerologist.com. If I'm like one of these like spiritual, like heart-centered, like entrepreneurs or something like that, I might do numerology. If I want to talk about fitness and like get healthy and like how to lift weights right, you can do that. There's tons of fitness channels, tons of fitness YouTubers making millions of dollars, and they didn't spend a dime on their business. It's free. Right. So but you got to get in the habit of reaching people, of engaging stuff out there and selling product too.
Right. Now, when you talk about scaling up, and I know you scale up because you do a lot of paid advertising.
Yeah.
And I know that you recently launched your program, the Super Affiliate System.
Hmm.
And I think that talks a lot about paid marketing. Can you tell us a little bit more about like that system and like what people could learn if, they join that program?
Yeah, so Super Affiliate System, it's a 6-week course I designed for the complete newbie that has really, it's a 6-week course though, so it's not for somebody just kind of like looking to watch something on the side. I mean, it's about 30 minutes to an hour a day for 6 weeks. And it's for people who want to just go from really nothing,
From scratch.
like no
Right.
skills, no prior
Okay.
experience, to making money online and having a business, and are willing to be dedicated to it. So yeah, basically a little bit about that. I could actually, here, I'll go back to screen sharing and just
Okay.
kind of bring up the course on my screen. Um, Let me bring it up.
So this is the secret to your
This
success
is
right here, right?
Yeah, this is my course. I've a bunch of students. We've been seeing insane success from this. It's pretty unbelievable. Let me bring up it's pretty gnarly. So like here's the members group. We've been seeing like just unbelievable results. Like here's one dude, just made my second sale of Super Affiliate System. Dude made $460 like 2 days ago, from just applying everything. Sorry, no, he made 2 sales, so he made almost $1,000 in the last few days. Complete newbie. Um, here's
Wow.
a here's
Complete
another
newbie.
dude, complete newbie. He said, "This is my first commission. $460.
Wow.
$460 just applying my system." Another guy, this guy Tim Gregory, awesome start of the day, my first sale ever. All he said to do was I did. I don't know, I can't, it's really zoomed in. Made hundreds of dollars in a single day. And what's crazy is I'll like look at some of these people's profiles and they're just like average. Let me see this guy Tim Gregory. Just like average dudes, like not crazy amounts of experience,
Right.
What is it? What does he come? He's a real estate agent, right? Real estate agent somewhere. But it's sick seeing all this success, and it's really cool. And I study this shit a ton. So
All right.
like education. What it is basically I'm showing people how to join affiliate networks. Again, like I showed you guys, ClickBank. There's another affiliate network I recommend, which goes into recurring revenue. I won't talk about won't talk about that here. How to get the affiliate links,
Okay.
how to get your website set up. Because what I recommend is you can get started, and people don't know, but you can get started with paid advertising for free.
And see, I was going to ask you
Yeah,
that because
what?
if someone was starting out and they kind of have a low budget, like would this be viable for them? So that was going to be one of my next question to you.
Yeah, well, the crazy thing is, unless you're the thing, like Facebook doesn't give out free money, but all these other, so many people are advertising on Facebook.
Hmm.
What people don't understand is all the other tech companies are dying to get more people advertising on their platform. There's more ads out there. There's literally more like just ads that people haven't bought out there that these tech companies want people, reaching people with,
Right.
than there are people like us that are going to advertise on it, because nobody knows. And it's really simple, actually.
Okay.
And I walk people through how to place ads in like 30 minutes. So it's like really
Wow.
not that
Okay.
hard.
Okay.
But this is the way you can make, like, you see my students are making hundreds of dollars a day, complete newbies. And it's like Google gives away free advertising money. YouTube gives away free advertising money. What is it? LinkedIn, Amazon, like Yelp, all these companies are giving away free advertising money because Because everybody's advertising on Facebook, right? It's the
Right.
sexy, Facebook or
Yeah.
Snapchat. Those are the sexy places. They don't offer free advertising money on Facebook or Snapchat because they're sexy.
Right.
But all these other companies, Amazon's a huge company. People aren't buying their ads. I don't know why. They're saying, we'll give you $50. We'll let you reach 5,000 people for free. Just we'll give you the free ads. Like, go sell people. They're like, go
That's
sell
amazing.
people and make money and like start then to give us real money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, um,
So it's about targeting. If you have the free ads, it's about targeting and putting the right offers in front of the right target market. Then.
yeah, and exactly. You need to know what to set as the targeting. You need to know what's a good ad to write, and then you just post it. Those are the two big things people don't understand: the targeting and the ad to write. And then I tell people use a good pre-sale page,
Okay.
and that's basically what I give away in my courses. I tell people, I say, look, in a typical sales organization, have you ever done sales?
No.
Okay, well, in like sales companies, there's something called the script. Like when you start, like if you're gonna start selling people, people don't just say like, oh, here's the product, like figure out how to sell it. They
Right.
say, here's the product and here's a script, like
Like
call these
pharmaceuticals.
people. What?
Like pharmaceuticals or like cold
Yeah,
calling on
they
the phone.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
sure you get the spam phone calls.
Yeah.
There's a script they use. They know which script converts the best. And it's like that's like the same thing with the internet is like if I'm trying to sell coffee, if I'm trying to sell like vaporizers or whatever,
Mm.
there's a script. There's certain things that people are looking for to sell that product the best. They want to know, is it how much time is this going to take me? Or, for life insurance, they're going to know, are there extra fees? Are there premiums? Is there, how, what does it cover? So there's things you always want to touch on. And what I tell my students is, I'll just show you. Basically, I have them set up their website. I show them how to set up their what I call a pre-sale page. Your pre-sale page is your sales page, and here's an example of. It's like this. Like somebody reads this story, and they'll buy my product.
Right.
I know that. Or here's an example of a pre-sale page. This is a survey funnel. Do you agree to use this training ethically? Yes. Do you agree to use this training responsibly? Yes. Do you agree to pay for it? Yes. And if somebody selects those things, when they come to this training, this is for a program called AWOL. If they come to this training, they're already pre-sold on watching this training here.
Right. Okay.
So I tell them to pre-sell it, and then I show people how to use, set up ads, and that's like, yeah.
Cool.
And I just give people I give people the ads. I'd say the big value of my course is I give people the ads to use. I give people the targeting to use. I give people, I show people everything every step of the way. So I'm like basically giving them the script for each thing, so they don't have to have like any prior skills. And I don't know, people are making lots of money with it. So it's
yeah, it's amazing.
yeah, it just it's like I'm gonna give you the script to make your first few sales, and you take anything, you take it beyond.
Right.
So
And I know you have a training webinar that kind of talks more in depth about this whole process. So
yeah. It's more that I mean it's like I don't want to go into all that stuff here,
absolutely. I'll leave a link for you guys in the
Okay.
description of this video of that training webinar, and he goes into a lot more depth in terms of getting everything set up, and again, like he says, using free ads and getting traffic, getting your target market, and linking those people with products. So it's amazing. So one other couple of fun questions for you. I wanted to know, like, in terms of all your travel, what was your best destination?
Oh man. Actually, I'm wearing one of the shirts right here.
Was that Brazil? Yeah.
Jericoacoara. Yeah, Brazil. Brazil. Jericoacoara is amazing.
Is
It's
it?
unbelievable, man. Let me bring this place up again. Dude, this place has the best sunsets ever, and it's a kite surfing destination, and it's just an absolutely unbelievable place to be. So like in Jericoacoara, everybody goes. This is like right outside of town. This big dune,
Okay.
and everybody comes up there. It's only a couple hundred people who live in this town, and it's a lot of like people, like also a lot of tourists too, and everybody goes on the dune and watches the sunset every night, and it's just like this incredible sunset, and it's like super peaceful type of life. Let me see if I can get the city in here.
That's awesome, man.
But nobody, there are no roads. There's three streets. See, so it's like this, but there's no roads, no paved roads. Everybody walks around in just barefoot, and it's just like
Beautiful.
it's basically a bunch of people from America and Brazil and Europe, and they're just hanging out. It's just like this. It's like a couple streets with sand and a lot of kite surfers.
Cool.
And kite surfing is one of the most amazing activities because it takes you to the most beautiful areas in the world. And I'm a big kite surfer.
Cool.
The other two places, so I'd say that's the number one place. The other
Okay.
two places would be Morocco and Thailand. But yeah,
Okay.
Jericoacoara is probably the
I have to
top.
check it out. And then
It's
one other
amazing.
question, John. So, we always look at these internet marketing millionaires, and I always just think about like, what is their daily life routine? Like, do you have any success habits, or like, what do you do
Plus.
on a daily
Plus.
basis that that you could share with us?
Where's my money? Where's my money? No, I'm hustling. I'm hustling. I hustle a lot. Kind of the way I do my. I'm working towards a very big goal. Like I could retire for quite a while right now, but ultimately my big goal is to accelerate our transition towards is to create an alternative to college, really, is to accelerate our transition towards an option B to education.
Absolutely.
And the traditional university system. And what we're working on right now is so I'll show you this morning.
Sure.
Fuck it, we keep screen sharing, but this is cool.
This is great.
Yeah, I'm down with this if you're down with this. We're creating a virtual. Oh, hold on.
Did we lose lights?
We're creating a virtual. We're creating a virtual world right now, and I'm going to share with you this for some of my students to interact with me. And one of the biggest things I have people asking me is hey, I want to meet you, John, and I'm like, yo, like so do a lot of people, but
Right.
I don't want to set up an event or stuff. So we're setting up a virtual training world. Kind of like this. If you see my screen right now,
Yep.
it's going to be like a big temple. It's going to be in if anybody has heard of like Oculus Rift, basically it's going to be in Oculus in a program called VR Chat, and it's going to be a chat room essentially where people, my students, can mix and mingle, and also myself and maybe others will be hosting training events.
Wow. Okay.
What's cool is it's also going to have a spaceport. It's also going to have a yacht port in this world.
Okay.
In this training center, it's going to have a cool dragon, of a pet dragon there, and it's going to be set up like a big temple almost.
Pretty next
And
level.
this is some stuff I was sending to the developers because we're going to have some olive trees and it's some cool views and some hot air balloons. Floating around. I actually demoed this the other day. It's sick. So we have it partially developed. So that's something I'm working on in my free time.
Okay.
So that's what I did this morning.
Okay.
Another thing is we have a ton of affiliates. So that was kind of the more, so I work out, before I even get to work, I work out and I play with my daughter, have breakfast with my wife, I come to my office, did the virtual world stuff, messaged, I had a bunch of affiliates that are sending me, that are referring sales to my product. I have probably 20 people that I was just kind of chatting with or seeing what I can do to help them out,
Right.
answering a few, stuff like that. Did that. Then now we're talking after this. I actually have a business partner who started hiring people for us. So we have a couple interviews with a number of local kind of college students.
Okay.
We have job positions. We're paying people $2,500 a month, in-house only, over here in Santa Monica.
Okay.
We have an office in downtown Santa Monica where we're staffing up. We're hiring a bunch of positions. We're just, so it's like
You're working.
yeah, just a lot of stuff. So it's just grow. We're spending thousands and thousands of dollars a day on advertising. So I just said, hey, let's. I could be late. I could be relaxed and say, okay, I got my house in Malibu. I got my, wife and a kid and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I think it's I almost would think that would be selfish. I think you've got to take things to the next level. And ultimately, I believe the reason why this is catching on and why my students are having success. People love the way we're teaching things. There's a huge demand for this, and I think I've got to take that to the natural conclusion, or else I'll sit back 10, 20 years, 30 years from now and think to myself, I was onto something really good, and I just
All right.
I let it float away, and I'll be one of those guys I thought of that idea, I just let it float away.
Yep.
And I don't want to be sitting at the end of my life thinking could have been a billionaire, but whatever.
Cool.
I want to change it.
Cool. Well, you're definitely away. Well, John, we really appreciate you taking the time out to speak with us today. Again, guys, I'll have John's training, his webinar training, in the description of this video. Definitely check that out. It's an amazing training.
Check it out.
And John, thank you for stopping by, and we appreciate it, man. Thank you. We're going to be watching for you.
Dude, you're the man. I love what you're doing. I love the way you're doing things, and keep keeping it real. And talk to you soon, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
See you guys.
Peace.